Alright, and we're back for more Fallout, sorry, Skyrim content. And today we're gonna be revealing to the Thieves Guild what Mercer has done. Oops, I guess we have to go the traditional route. I can't use that shortcut.
I'm glad you're here. I think some of these people are beginning to suspect who I am. Are you ready to face the guild? Then we show them Gallus's journal and hope for the best. Remember, we have proof and all he's got is his word.
Alright, let's do this.
Keep your eyes open. I'm not sure what to expect when we enter the cistern. The time for talk has passed. We must hurry.
You better have a damn good reason to be here with that murderer.
Please, lower your weapons so we can speak. I have proof that you've all been misled.
No tricks, Carlia, or I'll cut you down where you stand. Now what's this so-called proof you speak of?
I have Gallus's journal. I think you'll find its contents disturbing.
Let me see. No, it can't be. This can't be true. I've known Mercer too long.
It's true, Brynjolf. Every word. Mercer's been stealing from the guild for years, right under your noses.
There's only one way to find out if what the lass says is true. Delvin, I'll need you to open the vault.
Wait just a blessed moment, Bryn. What's in that book? What did it say?
It says Mercer's been stealing from our vault for years. Gallus was looking into it before he was murdered.
How can Mercer open up a vault that needs 2 keys? It's impossible. Could he pick his way in?
That door has the best puzzle locks money can buy. There's no way it can be picked open.
You didn't need to pick them up.
What's she on about?
Use your key on the vault, Delvin. We'll open it up and find out the truth.
I've used my key, but the vault's still locked up tighter than a drum. Now use yours.
It's gone. Everything's gone. Get in here, all of you.
The gold. It's yours. It's all gone.
That son of a bitch. I'll kill him.
Vex, put it away, right now. We can't afford to lose our heads. We need to calm down and focus.
Do what he says, Vex. This ain't helping right now.
Fine. We do it your way. For now.
Delvin, Vex, watch the flagon. If you see Mercer, come tell me right away.
Looking for work.
If I see Frey, I'll pluck his eyes from his skull with my bare hands.
Look,
I told you that.
before I
I'll
help
be
you
lying.
track Mercer down,
We haven't
I
had
need
a
to know
fight
what
in
you learned
weeks.
from Carlisle.
Clients are starting to
I
get
mean,
angry.
everything.
Yeah, I will.
I feared that was the case. From that last entry in Gallus's diary, it looks like he was getting close to exposing Mercer to the Guild. Anything else? Trying to make Mercer look bad in front of Maven, eh? Clever lass. Was there anything else? Until next we meet, lad.
Need to stay focused in case Frey
What?
comes back.
Nightingales. But I always assumed they were just a tale. A way to keep the young footpads in line. Was there anything else she told you? Then I have an important task for you. I need you to break into Mercer's home and search for anything that could tell us where he's gone. Aye. A gift from the Blackbriars after they kicked the previous family out. A place called Riftweald Manor. He never stays there, just pays for the upkeep on it. Hired some lout by the name of Vold to guard the place. Be careful, lad. This is the last place in Skyrim I'd ever want to send you. Just find a way in, get the information and leave. And you have permission to kill anyone that stands in your way. Good question. I've only set foot inside a few times myself, and that was in Mercer's company. If you can get past his trained watchdog, I think your best bet might be the ramp to the second-floor balcony in his backyard. No. It's some sort of crazy contraption Mercer commissioned for quick escapes. I'd wager a well-placed shot at the ramp's mechanism would lower it in a hurry. Huh. That'd be Vold. A real piece of work, that one. Mercer's holding something over his head, keeping him loyal. Talk to Vex. She used to know him very well, if you catch my meaning. Better question would be, what did he leave? Mercer took everything. Even all of our plans are gone. Before Mercer took over, Gallus started collecting every bit of material he could on locations the Guild could heist. Museums, keeps, estates, you name it. By the time Mercer took over the Guild, we must have had a few dozen. I don't have a clue. That door is impenetrable. Without 2 keys, it's impossible to open. I have a key, Delvin has a key, and Mercer has a key. That's it. There are no other copies. Careful at Mercer's place. I don't want to lose anyone else to that madman.
I'm relieved Brynjolf has an open mind, or that could have gotten bloody.
Need to stay focused in case Frey comes back.
Cyrodiil.
Make it fast.
Can I offer you some friendly advice?
You can offer, but I may not buy.
That pig?
Why don't
Oh, I
you
have
just
info
fall
on him.
into it up?
More than you care to know.
Wheeling and dealing when you could be out there making
Vald?
a lot more
Good side?
money.
Think you have the wrong person. The only thing Vald understands
Oh,
is
thanks for
gold.
the compliment.
A man after my own
I may
heart.
just take you up on that one day.
Sure, but he'll ask for a whole lot. I mean, you are asking him to betray Mercer Frey. Your best bet would be to erase his debt with Maven Blackbriar. If you talk to her, she might be able to give you the details. Of course, you could just run him through and take what you need off his corpse. I could care less. While you're in there, help yourself to anything in Frey's manor. I would.
I heard what happened, and the guild owes you thanks for bringing this to light.
Stabbed in the back.
There's no doubt Mercer will make for the borders of Skyrim. I hope you find him before he escapes our grasp.
I can't believe he emptied the vault. Right from... I can't believe he emptied the vault. Right from under our noses.
Have our scouts come up with any information on these reports of dragons?
Yes, milady. That unpleasantness at Helgen supposedly involved a dragon. It killed several soldiers before it departed.
I want you to speak to the city guard. Make sure there's a contingency plan in effect in case Riften falls under attack.
Yes, milady. I've also taken the liberty in preparing a private carriage, just in case.
Good. If Riften should fall, it's only right that its leader be spared.
Okay, where can we find... where can we find Maven?
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften. I'd consider joining up myself. Staying safe, I hope?
Helgen. Destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
There's one. Oh, she's not here. Trying to look for Maven.
My food is the best in all of Skyrim. Always as fresh as the day it was collected.
What's this nonsense I've been hearing? How dare you call Bully a deadbeat?
What do you need?
Paid what he owes, I wouldn't have to say anything. Besides, what in the
Vegetables
do you
as
care?
crisp as a winter's
What's that
morning.
supposed to mean?
Oh, come off it, Niv. We both know you married that fisherman for his gold. You don't need to put on an act for my benefit.
Thanks for the bushel of apple curries. They're wonderful. How did you keep them so fresh?
Looking to stay alive? Why take a
Don't
chance?
take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly.
Well, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, and you'll have me as a customer for life.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brew.
As Jarl Layla's houseguard, I would ask that you maintain a respectable distance from her at all times.
Oh, come to gloat, have we? To poke fun at the Jarl's youngest son?
Welcome to Riften, traveler. I hope the road fared well for you.
I could feel you laughing behind my back.
Okay, there we go. It's open.
Lost? Fancy yourself the adventuring type, eh? It's just as well. I doubt your combat prowess would prove valuable in a real battle anyway.
If you're looking for a handout, you'll want to speak with my husband. If you're looking for...
Hello, Bully. How's the fishing?
Could do worse.
Bountiful. Although I would like to have anchored a bit closer.
Working at the Riften fishery is tough.
Why didn't you
I
then?
did put some coin.
Okay,
I
here we
presume
go.
you're bothering me for a good reason. What in the name of Oblivion do you want? Vald? Why would you want to help that idiot? He owes me a steep debt. In fact, he's lucky all I did was force him to work for Mercer. A few years back, I commissioned a unique quill from a good friend of mine in Winterhold. Vald was tasked with getting it here safely, and it ended up at the bottom of Lake Honrick. The wizards called it the Quill of Gemination, and demanded a tremendous amount of gold to have it made. If you can locate the quill and return it to me, something Vald was too stupid to do himself, I'll consider the debt satisfied.
Phelan. Another round.
The quill was supposed to
think you've
allow me
had
to
plenty,
duplicate
Volvo.
any writing I'm
Maybe you
viewing
should
in
head on
exacting detail.
Stupid
I'm
list.
sure you can understand how
said
useful
give me
that
some
would
more
prove in a
drink,
business
or I'll have
situation,
your head on a
especially
pike.
where signatures were
Suit
involved.
yourself.
Fortunately, the quill required an ink with a unique formula known only to myself. So if you're getting any ideas about selling it to someone else or keeping it, you'll find it would hold little value. I had Vald meet the caravan from Winterhold on the western end of the lake, so he could avoid the roads. The idiot got lost in the mist and ran his boat right over some rocks, sending it straight to the bottom. He's too stupid to remember where he was, and any attempt I've made to find it in the past has been unsuccessful. Vald said his rowboat struck some rocks. I'd check under the water near one of the small islands in the lake. Perhaps you should start at the docks and work your way out towards Golden Glow Estate. I believe we're done.
You have some nerve. Welcome to the Bee and Barb, my lord. If I can interest you in one of our special drinks, let me...
Come on. All right.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
My food is the best in all of Skyrim. Always as fresh as the
I
day it
presume
was
you're
cooked.
bothering me for a good reason. Really? I wrote that off a long time ago. Well, I suppose I need to fulfill my end of the bargain. Give this document to Vald. It frees him from the debt, but I never want to see him in Riften again.
You like me, eh? Don't fancy those clunky two-handed weapons.
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
Is someone there?
Are you feeling
My
sick?
food is the best in all of Skyrim. Always as fresh as the
I
day it
presume you're bothering me. Really? I wrote that off a long time ago. Well, give this document to Vald. It frees him from the debt, but I
Why
never
take a
want to see
chance?
him in Riften again.
fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone.
This is Mercer Frey's place, and he don't like visitors. Now go away. Of mine? What is it? I can't believe it. How'd you talk her into this? Never mind, I don't care. I'm just glad I don't got to work for Maven anymore. Here, you did me a favor. I guess I owe you one.
was that?
Hey!
País-me!
I always have to fight back. Lying little harlot. That bird ain't mine. Could be anyone's. Won't get one rusty septic from me. Go to college, Darcy. Use your smarts, he said. Like I'm supposed to figure out which college he meant. Gonna start keeping a knife in my boot. Tired of getting disarmed. Wait this.
am not certain how you managed to get your hand on that item we discussed, but I'm more than pleased. I thought you'd simply wait until it was being transported to Castle Tower to its final destination, but according from what I heard, it vanished right from their armory. I wish I knew how you were able to slip by the guards, bypass the portcullis, unlock the armory door, and break into the doorbell puzzle lock chest. You need to teach me that little trick sometime. I've left your usual cut, usual drop spot, and might have another job for you soon. Who's R?
We've scoured the town and I've spoken to every contact we have left. No sign of Mercer. Any luck on your end? Shore's beard. He's going after the eyes of the Falmer? That was Gallus's pet project. If he gets his hands on them, you can be certain he'll be gone for good, and set up for life. Agreed. He's taken everything the guild has left, and to go after one of the last greatest heists is just an insult. I've spoken to Carlia and made amends for how the guild's treated her. Now she wishes to speak with both of us. Quickly, we have no time to lose. Until next we meet, lad.
I promise you, all your questions will be answered. You just have to trust me.
I don't understand. They were a sure thing, I swear.
Just better hope this one isn't another waste of my...
Not now, lad. Carlia said it was important.
Brynjolf, the time has come to decide Mercer's fate. Until a new guildmaster is chosen, the decision falls to you.
Aye, lass. And I've come to a decision. Mercer Frey tried to kill both of you. He betrayed the guild, murdered Gallus, and made us question our future.
Hold a moment. He needs to die. What do you think about my
You have to be very careful.
Your idea to start a problem?
Mercer is a Nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
And it's all true. Everything I heard in the stories.
I think if
the
Brynjolf
Nightingales,
catches wind,
their allegiance to
right out of
Nocturnal, and the Twilight
Drop it
Sepulchre.
That's why we need to prepare ourselves and meet Mercer on equal footing. Just outside of Riften, beyond the southeast gate is a small path cut up the mountainside. At the end of that path is a clearing and an old standing stone. I'd ask you both to meet me there.
I have some preparations of my own to make. I'll meet you at the stone.
You should probably be in bed. You're looking a bit under the weather. Everything I've got on display, really. Come back when you're ready to spend more gold. Goodness knows I could use it.
Meats and produce. Get them before...
Dirge told me you made it into the guild. You need dirt on anything, you talk to me. Slip up and I'll gut you like a fish.
I'm glad you're here. This is the headquarters of the Nightingales, cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind. We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey. If you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way. Gallus, Mercer Frey and I were once members of what's known as the Nightingale Trinity. The Trinity disbanded 25 years ago when Mercer Frey betrayed us by slaying Gallus and dumping his body in the ruins of Snowvale Sanctum. Indirectly, the Trinity is usually selected from the ranks of the Guild, although its existence is a closely guarded secret. The Nightingales protect the Temple of Nocturnal, a place known as the Twilight Sepulchre. She's the mistress of night and darkness, and the patron of every thief in Tamriel. Nocturnal isn't one for worship and reverence. There are no priests and no sermons, no services and no alms. She influences our luck, and in return, demands payment. You're closer to understanding than you realize. The only difference is she doesn't demand payment in the traditional sense, and sometimes the cost can be quite high. Whether you know it or not, Nocturnal dictates how well we perform as rogues. Again, you have to think differently. Haven't you ever noticed how our luck behaves? Like a novice picking an impossible lock, or a blind man suddenly turning to face you as you reach for his pocket. It's through these subtle means that Nocturnal influences us. Nocturnal's whim is the greatest mystery to everyone. There have been volumes written on the subject. Does she exact payment when we die? When we suffer? Does she revel in our misery? No one knows. The return certainly seems worth the risk, though. It's my hope that you will, yes. This way, please.
So this is Nightingale Hall. I heard about this place when I joined the guild, but I never believed it existed.
The assumption that the Nightingales were just a myth was seeded within the guild on purpose. It helped divert attention from our true nature. What's wrong, Brynjolf? I can almost hear your brow furrowing.
I'm trying to understand why I'm here, lass. I'm no priest, and I'm certainly not religious. Why pick me?
This isn't about religion, Brynjolf. It's business. This is Nightingale Hall. You're the first of the uninitiated to set foot inside in over a century. Now, if you'll both proceed to the armory to don your Nightingale armor, we can begin the oath.
Yeah, the Nightingale armor.
And Mercer's still out there. Let's get this show on the road.
Nice. Yeah, this is the coolest armor.
You appear ready for the oath.
I think we should trust the lass and take the deal.
You appear ready for the oath.
Time's wasting, and Mercer's still out there. Let's get this show on the road.
You appear ready for the oath.
I think we should trust...
You appear ready for the oath.
Okay, lass. We've got these get-ups on. Now what?
Beyond this gate is the first step in becoming a Nightingale.
Whoa there, lass. I appreciate the armor, but becoming a Nightingale? That was never discussed.
To hold any hope of defeating Mercer, we must have Nocturnal at our backs. If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement must be struck.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
The terms are quite simple, Brynjolf. Nocturnal will allow you to become a Nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And in return, both in life and in death, you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulchre.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal? Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the western circle.
Time's wasting, and Mercer's still out there. Let's get this show on the road.
We'll speak when the oath is complete. We'll speak when the oath is complete.
This is enough to make your head spin, eh?
I call upon you, Lady Nocturnal, Queen of Murk, and Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Carlia. I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. Lose something, did we?
My lady, I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy, and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Carlia. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprise me, Carlia. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth and grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until your conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Carlisle. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
Now that you've transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime. Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without 2 keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulchre, the skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal, and in essence, caused our luck to run dry. Well, yes, but the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities, the potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, potential becomes limitless. Good. Then you understand why this is about more than just Mercer's lust for power. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulchre, things will never be the same for the Guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence. And whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade. Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner. Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go. Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the Guild. Carlia and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the Guild to its full strength. As a result, we both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves' Guild. I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know. I've never been one to lead. Never desired it, never cared for it. Don't want it. Look, everyone in the Guild admires what you've done. Maybe they won't come out and simply tell you, but I promise you it's true. And now they know Mercer never genuinely cared about the Guild. He lacked the loyalty you obviously possess. I can't think of anyone better. Well, we have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation, so don't get sentimental on me now. Then it's decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details. Until then, we have quite the task ahead. I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Falmer are in the Dwarven ruins at Erkenthand. Karlaya and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lad. This will be a fight to remember. Aye, and some of what Karlaya said is starting to make sense. Mercer may have damaged our reputation and raided our coffers, but this goes well beyond even his twisted form of larceny. Old Delvin kept calling it a curse, and we all laughed at him. Looks like the joke's on us. If you would have asked me that yesterday, I'd have said no, but now I think our chances have improved. Look, call me crazy if you like, but I trust Karlaya. I don't think she'd lead us down a suicidal path. Besides, I'd rather die with some of Mercer's blood on my blade than spend the rest of my life regretting that I ran the other way. Until next we meet, lad.